Hello and welcome to News Roundup on True Vision TV. I am Marvelous Oboman. A look at our top stories. President Tinubu orders probe into Jigawa tanker explosion. Okwama killings. Court adjourns 2 billion naira suit against army till November. Federal government warns of imminent flooding along rivers Benue and Niger. And now the details. Let's begin by giving you an update on the Jigawa explosion. The federal government has directed the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority to launch a thorough investigation into the tanker explosion that claimed the lives of over 140 people in Jigawa State. The Minister of Petroleum Resources, Senator Henikin Lopobori, gave the directive following the tragic incident in Majia Town, Taura local government area of Jigawa State. President Bola Tinubu, who directed the Secretary to the Government of the Federation to lead a federal government delegation to the state, said those found responsible for breaches of safety standards would be held accountable, reaffirming the government's unwavering commitment to ensuring such incidences do not occur. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau has commenced investigation into the explosion. Away from Jigawa to the nation's capital, Abuja, let's tell you that the recent increase in the pump price of petrol twice since October have put motorists and passengers in a difficult situation. Our correspondent, Benue And Niger, spoke with some passengers and drivers.
As the price of fuel remains unstable with different petrol stations selling between 1,000 to 1,300 across the FCT, road users say it is taking a toll on their daily lives.
It seems many Nigerians have devised a coping mechanism amidst the high transportation price, which seems to be unabated. Many has resolved to trekking long distances in order to reduce their transportation price. They cannot afford to lose their source of income amidst the biting economy.
For the motorists, they say after buying fuel, there is little or nothing remaining to take home.
The fuel is very expensive. The price of fuel is too much. 1,001. Some fuel fleet station they are selling 1,150. Some 1,130.
Yeah, it has affected everything. Yeah, because you have to keep money for food and other things. You pay bills, so it's just like I don't really know. The situation is really bad. I come from Suleja sometimes, so it's like every day I spend like almost 4,000 yes, just for transportation.
Commercial drivers say passengers are not forthcoming, and those who come end up begging for a reduction in the transportation fare as they cannot afford to stay at home doing nothing.
And all the passengers, they cannot be able to pay the money, the price. When we tell them the price, they will be trekking and be going work. They will say their price is too, like their salary is no much. When they come, they will walk up, they will trek and be going their work. They say the money they are paying them is not they cannot even buy food and do some other things. We are suffering. We are feeling bad. This government should help us.
You want buy fuel 1 liter, 1,200. You want carry passenger from here to MIB Plaza 300. Somebody cannot pay 300. You say no money for Nigeria. Now 200 or 150.
You know, this country, anything that affects fuel affects everything about us. So there's no job. That's the problem. There's no job in the country. So anyone you have, that's what you manage for the meantime.
Both motorists and passengers here are unequivocal in their demand to the government bring down the price of fuel. In Abuja, Benue And Niger reporting for True Vision TV.
Now to judicial matters. Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja has adjourned a 2 billion naira fundamental human rights suit against the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, and Chief of Army Staff, Tarid Labaja. The suit filed by former caretaker chairman, Southern Niger local government area of Bayelsa State, Lucky Okode is accusing the military for allegedly publishing his photograph among those wanted in connection to the killing of 17 soldiers in Okwama, Delta State. Now to business matters. Some small-scale business owners in the Federal Capital Territory on Thursday decried the low patronage of their businesses, saying the situation became pronounced since the cost of fuel price increased more than double. Stella Carlo was on the streets and files this report.
Everywhere you go in the streets of Abuja, you will see various small businesses with little or no customers stopping to patronize the owners. With the cost of fuel currently selling between 1,200 to 1,300 naira, some businesses are packing up because of low patronage. Those who are still struggling to sell are doing so at a loss because of the high cost of transportation, price of commodities in the market, and fear of their goods perishing at home.
Have you asked how small-scale businesses are surviving, especially at this time? Some traders here say they are experiencing low patronage, especially at this time. But they keep coming out for the fear of idling away at home.
Normally we used to buy up 1,000 per mudu, but right now we are buying it 4,400. Coupled with oil. Before we used to buy oil 700 per bottle, but now it's 1,400. Everything is increasing. If you want to go and buy new things, the thing will still be increasing. So it's not easy. It's not easy. The Nigerian economy is affecting everything. Look at where I am under sun. Not that I will make much profit. The more profit I will make today will not be even be enough for me to feed my children.
Where would if we buy, if we even buy, if we sell, no, they see the return again. Everything they cost, fuel they increase every day. All the things wey they sell, no, they see the money. We they sell based on say we no fit stay at home.
I'm selling groundnut. This is not easy now. Everything is very hard. Because as they get before, we know they get anything. To sit down for house, we don't want to sit down for house. That's why we just say, we'll come out.
I sell recharge card. I do mini banking. I sell phone accessories. So before, like for example, I used to sell like 200,000. It has dropped to like 55,000. Yes, in a day. It has dropped to 55,000 because people don't have money. To even buy airtime is very hard for people. They prefer sending text instead of making calls. So they send text.
Aside from businesses being affected, most families cannot afford to eat a balanced diet, while others have resorted to bringing down the portion of food they consume in a bid to survive. Their message to the government is clear and simple: bring down the cost of fuel.
We are just managing. Before, if we are eating 1 mood of garri in a day, we have reduced it to like 4 cups. Well, if government can help us, it will do a very big benefit to us.
Beg the government, may una do something. Who they cry to now, may una do something. May una no leave the poor men and poor women to die, to suffer. May una enjoy ourselves. I beg, may una do something. To reduce the price of fuel.
A mudu 200, 300, but now 1,000 naira groundnut. And we are selling it 150, 200. Some people know they even buy that 200 naira. And 150, if we sell 150, we know they say anything on top. Government, help us, please.
So the government should do something by reducing the fuel. I think if they reduce the fuel.
For now, these business owners say they are only putting their trust in God, hoping that a miracle could happen for their businesses to pick up. In Abuja for True Vision TV, I am Stella Carlo.
And now to climate issues. The federal government, through the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, has issued an urgent flood warning to communities along the river Benue and river Niger, following significant rises in water levels due to continuous rainfall. In a statement on Thursday, the agency's Director General, Umar Mohammed, urged residents near the river banks to evacuate as water levels in the river Benue have reached critical points. He emphasized the need for collective efforts to build resilience against flooding, which had become an annual challenge for many communities in Nigeria. In sports, Kylian Mbappe's lawyer says the footballer reportedly linked to a rape investigation in Sweden will reserve any explanations for the Swedish justice system if necessary. The lawyer strongly condemned media allegations suggesting that Kylian Mbappe had comments on the events of his trip to Stockholm. French daily Le Parisien and RMC Sports both reported on Thursday that the France and Real Madrid striker had consensual sex with a young woman during the trip last week. And that's what we have for you today on News Roundup. Before we go, a look at our major headlines. We told you that the federal government has directed an investigation into the tanker explosion that claimed the lives of over 140 in Jigawa State. We also told you that Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja has adjourned a 2 billion naira suit against military concerning the Kwama killings in Delta State. The federal government issued an urgent flood warning to communities along the River Benue and River Niger. Remember, you can always connect to us on our social media platforms displayed on the screen right now. Thanks for watching. I am Marvelous Obama. Bye for now.